Take a deep breath. Feel your body resting wherever you are, your bed, your chair, somewhere safe. Let the sound of these words be soft, like a gentle stream in the distance. Tonight, we're going to wander slowly through the mind of a deep thinker, not in a rushed or hurried way, but in a way that lets each thought float like a leaf on calm water. Imagine yourself lying under a night sky, the air cool, the stars endless. As you listen, you feel yourself sinking into that sense of wonder, that slow rhythm of curiosity. A deep thinker is someone who doesn't just see the world, they feel it, they turn it over in their mind, they look for the hidden patterns behind the ordinary. Imagine holding a pebble in your hand. Most people might see a pebble and move on. But the deep thinker lingers. They feel its smoothness, wonder where it came from, imagine the river that shaped it, the years it spent tumbling and traveling before ending up in that very spot. And so the deep thinker lives with a constant hum of questions, not sharp or stressful questions, but gentle ones. Why do we feel the way we feel? What is the meaning behind that sunset? Why do people choose love, even when it hurts? As you listen, notice how your breath has slowed. Feel the weight of your body sinking into rest. The world of the deep thinker is like this, slow, patient, curious. You don't have to solve anything right now. You can just listen. Picture a river at dusk. The water moves, but barely, a smooth surface, ripples catching moonlight. A deep thinker's mind is like that river. Thoughts come and go, not as interruptions, but as part of the current. Deep thinkers tend to replay events in their minds. A conversation from earlier in the day drifts by. Did I say the right thing? What did they mean when they smiled like that? They don't do this to worry, they do it to understand. To them, life is layered, and each layer holds a secret worth exploring. Psychologists call this metacognition, thinking about thinking. But in the quiet of the night, it feels simpler than that. It feels like walking through a garden and touching every flower, not picking them, just feeling their texture, noticing their color. Deep thinkers also hold a sense of timelessness. They are not always bound to the present moment, their minds wander easily to the past, to memories full of lessons, or to the future, imagining possibilities that feel like distant lanterns in the dark. As you drift further into this calm space, imagine yourself walking slowly through that garden of thoughts. No rush. Each idea is like a petal brushing your fingertips. Imagine yourself lying in a quiet meadow at night. The grass cradles you, and the earth beneath you feels steady and timeless. Above, the stars begin to blur slightly as your eyes grow heavy. In this stillness, you can almost hear your thoughts as whispers, moving like wind through tall reeds. A deep thinker feels this way often, carrying a gentle weight of wonder. They see a simple act, like someone holding open a door, and their mind wanders. What made them kind today? Were they taught that as a child? Or did life itself shape them to care for strangers? This isn't overthinking harshly or anxiously, it's more like tracing a ripple back to its source. Every action, every word, feels connected to something deeper, and the deep thinker's mind loves to follow those threads. This mindset is patient. It doesn't demand quick answers. Instead, it allows questions to sit, like glowing lanterns hanging in the branches of a tree. Sometimes the answers come. Sometimes they don't. And that's okay. Feel yourself relaxing even more. Let your arms rest, let your jaw soften. If a thought drifts by, you don't have to hold it. Just watch it float, the way a deep thinker watches the patterns of life float by, gently, curiously, without judgment. Now, picture a calm lake. On the surface, everything looks still. But beneath that surface are layers, fish moving slowly, plants swaying, currents weaving their secret pathways. A deep thinker's mind works much the same way. On the outside, they might appear quiet, maybe even distant. But inside, entire worlds are moving. They are replaying a moment, imagining how it felt from someone else's perspective. They are wondering about the purpose behind a friend's words, or the meaning hidden in a memory from years ago. Psychology often ties this to high empathy and introspection. Deep thinkers feel others deeply because they've spent so much time exploring their world. When someone smiles at them, they notice not just the smile, but the hesitation behind it, the softness in the eyes, the unspoken story that lingers there. And as they notice, they connect. They build bridges between ideas, between feelings, between people. These bridges are invisible, but they make life richer. It's like seeing not just the tree, but the roots, the soil, the rain that fed it, the seasons that shaped it. As you listen, let your thoughts drift beneath the surface. There is no need to solve or fix anything. Just notice. Breathe slowly. Feel how safe it is to wander. Imagine walking through an old village at night. The streets are empty, but warm lanterns glow in every window. Each lantern holds a story, a memory, a thought that still flickers even after years have passed. A deep thinker carries these lanterns inside their mind. Memories aren't just snapshots, they are layered with meaning. A childhood friend's laughter might remind them of the first time they felt truly accepted. A certain song might open a door to a rainy afternoon when life felt simple and safe. Deep thinkers revisit these memories not to live in the past, but to understand the present. They ask themselves, what did that moment teach me? Why does it still feel alive inside me? And as they drift through these inner streets, they don't hurry. They pause at each lantern, letting its light warm them, letting its lesson settle gently in their heart. As you listen, imagine your lanterns glowing softly. Each one holds something precious, something that shaped you. You don't have to open them all at once. Just feel their gentle light filling the dark with comfort. Your breathing is slow now. Your body is heavier, softer. Let yourself sink deeper into this calm. Now, picture standing in a vast open field just before dawn. The horizon stretches endlessly. The air is cool, and there is so much space around you that your thoughts feel free to drift wherever they wish. A deep thinker's mind feels like this, spacious, open, capable of holding many ideas at once. They can see one thought from several angles, as if holding a crystal up to the light and watching it sparkle in different ways. They might wonder about life's big questions: why are we here? What is our purpose? How can we live with more kindness? And though these questions might feel heavy to some, to a deep thinker, they feel natural, even gentle, like walking through that open field, feeling the grass brush softly against their hands. This spaciousness also gives them patience. They don't rush to close doors. They allow uncertainty to be a companion, not an enemy. They know that some answers bloom slowly, like flowers waiting for the right season. Let yourself feel that spaciousness now. Picture your thoughts as clouds, far above, moving slowly. There's no rush to hold them or change them. Just watch them float, one by one, across the wide sky of your mind. Picture the ocean at night. The waves move in and out, a rhythm older than memory itself. A deep thinker's mind often feels like these tides, slow, constant, carrying thoughts from faraway places and returning them, softened, to the shore. They might lie awake after a conversation, letting each word drift back to them. Did they mean more than they said? Was there kindness hidden in their tone? This isn't worry, it's curiosity, like listening to waves whisper against the sand. Sometimes their thoughts reach far beyond the moment. They wonder about the lives of others, strangers in a cafe, travelers in another country, people they may never meet but feel connected to nonetheless. Their mind stretches across oceans, connecting invisible lines between hearts and histories. As you listen, let your breath match those waves. In and out. In and out. Every thought you've ever had is welcome here. Nothing needs fixing. Nothing needs changing. Let the tide carry it all, slowly, gently. Feel the pull of sleep coming closer now, soft and kind. Now imagine sitting in a quiet library late at night. The shelves rise high above you, filled with books whose pages have soaked up centuries of thought. No one else is there. Only the soft sound of your breathing, and the sense that every answer you've ever needed is resting somewhere in those pages. A deep thinker often carries this feeling within themselves. Their silence isn't empty, it's full of possibility. When they pause before speaking, it's not hesitation. It's because they are searching for the truest words, the ones that match the weight of what they feel. Psychology would say they have reflective depth. But here, in this quiet library of the mind, it feels simpler than that. It feels like respect for ideas, for feelings, for the world itself. Sometimes they might seem distant, but inside, they are turning thoughts over like smooth stones, polishing them with care. And when they finally speak, their words often carry a depth that lingers long after. As you rest here in your inner library, feel how safe it is to be quiet. To simply be. You don't need to answer anything right now. You can let the shelves of your mind hold everything for you. Imagine a stone bridge crossing a quiet river at dusk. Lanterns hang along the railing, their glow reflected in the water below. A deep thinker spends much of their life building bridges like these, bridges between thoughts, between people, between past and future. When they hear someone's story, they don't just hear words. They feel the spaces between the words, the emotions left unspoken. They step into another person's perspective as if crossing that bridge, looking back from the other side, seeing the world through new eyes. In psychology, this is often linked to empathy and the theory of mind, the ability to imagine what others are feeling or thinking. But in the soft world of night, it feels like kindness. It feels like a hand reaching across the river to touch another hand, gently, without judgment. As you listen, imagine those bridges in your own life. Think of the people you've connected with, the moments when you felt truly understood. Let those memories be lanterns, glowing softly as you rest. Let them warm you, the way they once did before. Your breathing slows again, steady and calm. You feel heavier against your pillow, safe in these thoughts. Now, walk with me through a forest at twilight. The path is soft under your feet, pine needles cushioning each step. The air is cool and fragrant, and every tree stands like an old, wise guardian. A deep thinker wanders these inner forests often. They take time to pause, to listen, to reflect. When life becomes noisy, they retreat to this quiet place inside themselves. Here, they ask questions not to find quick answers, but to feel the beauty of wondering. What does it mean to live fully? What does it mean to love well? These questions echo softly among the trees, not demanding answers, just floating like music on the breeze. Sometimes, in these moments of reflection, a deep thinker will discover something new, a small insight, a truth that feels like a hidden clearing in the forest. They step into it, feel the light on their face, and carry that feeling back with them into their waking life. As you rest, picture yourself in that forest now. Hear the night birds singing softly. See the last glow of the sun slipping behind the hills. Feel how safe it is to linger here, unhurried, unbothered, free. Picture yourself sitting in a small room lit only by a single candle. The flame dances gently, shadows moving on the walls like quiet storytellers. This is how a deep thinker's mind often feels, warm, flickering, alive with possibilities. They do not rush to put out questions or force answers. Instead, they sit with their thoughts the way you sit with that candlelight, letting it glow, allowing it to reveal shapes slowly, tenderly. Sometimes, they think about their day. The kindness of a stranger, the weight of a friend's words, the way the wind carried a scent that reminded them of childhood. Each memory becomes another candle, lighting up a corner of their mind. As you rest, imagine those candles appearing around you, one by one. Feel the glow spreading through you, soft and golden. Your shoulders relax a little more. Your eyelids grow heavier. Every candle is a thought that doesn't need to be solved, only witnessed. The candlelight hums with peace. You feel yourself drifting deeper. Now, step outside into a midnight garden. The air is cool, and the flowers are half closed, dreaming their quiet dreams. A deep thinker walks through such gardens often in their mind, tending to thoughts the way a gardener tends to flowers. They know some thoughts need time to bloom. Others need pruning, gently setting aside what no longer serves them. And some are simply there to be admired, a passing idea that fills the night with color. In the world of psychology, this patient care of thoughts is a form of mindfulness, a way of observing without judgment. But in this garden, it feels more like love. Love for the mind's mysteries. Love for life's many layers. You, too, have a garden like this inside you. Imagine walking slowly down its paths. See the moonlight silvering the leaves. Hear the soft rustle of petals in the night breeze. Let each step bring you deeper into calm. You are safe here. You are welcome here. Every thought you've ever had belongs in this garden, quietly, peacefully. High above, the stars move in slow, patient arcs across the night sky. They have been doing this long before you were born, and they will continue long after. A deep thinker often feels this same vastness within themselves, an awareness of time stretching far beyond a single day, or a single life. They lie awake sometimes and wonder, what stories do these stars hold? How many people before me have looked at them and felt the same gentle awe? And in that wondering, there is a soft kind of peace. Because in those thoughts, they feel connected to something larger, something endless and kind. As you rest, imagine yourself lying beneath those stars. Let their light fall over you like a blanket. Let the steady turning of the heavens match your breath, slow, steady, eternal. Every star is a thought you've ever had, distant but bright, twinkling softly in the dark. You don't need to reach them. Just let them shine above you. Your arms grow heavier. Your mind grows lighter. Sleep is coming closer now, like the night wrapping around you. Now picture yourself by a riverbank at dawn. Mist curls low over the water. The air smells fresh, alive. Somewhere a bird sings, softly at first, then fading as if even sound wants to rest. A deep thinker's mind loves these moments, the in-between spaces, when night is ending but day hasn't yet begun. In these spaces, thoughts feel softer, kinder. The world is awake but not yet noisy, and the mind can wander freely. They might sit there and think of the people they love, the choices they've made, the dreams that still wait patiently within them. They do not rush. They simply sit, letting the river carry their thoughts downstream. As you listen, imagine sitting on that riverbank. Feel the earth beneath you, solid and safe. Hear the gentle flow of water, a rhythm older than words. Let your thoughts float like leaves on the current, each one drifting away slowly, calmly. Your eyes may close now, if they haven't already. Your breath is deep and slow. The river carries everything you don't need tonight. Imagine yourself in an ancient hall, stone walls cool to the touch, torches flickering softly. The air hums with a quiet presence, as though countless people have come here before you, each leaving behind a thought, a question, a whisper of understanding. A deep thinker carries that same echo inside them. They sense that their thoughts are part of something much bigger, a chain of mind stretching through time. When they wonder about love, or purpose, or kindness, they're walking in the same paths that poets and philosophers once walked. There's comfort in that. A feeling that even the deepest questions aren't lonely questions, they've been held by others, spoken softly across generations. As you listen, feel that ancient hall within you. Feel how safe it is to sit among the whispers of wisdom. You don't need to memorize or solve anything. Just rest among those quiet echoes, letting them cradle you like a lullaby. Your breathing slows even more. Your hands relax completely. A warmth spreads through your chest, as if a candle has been lit there. Now step outside again, carrying a lantern through soft falling mist. Each step you take lights a little more of the path ahead. The night is not dark. It is tender, alive with hidden shapes and soft sounds. Crickets sing. A breeze moves the leaves. A deep thinker often walks through life like this, lantern in hand. They don't try to see everything at once. They know the path will reveal itself slowly. They trust that each small light is enough to guide them, step by step. They pause often. They notice the little things, the curl of a leaf, the sound of distant water, the way light dances on a stone. And in these pauses, they feel alive in a way that is gentle, not urgent. As you rest, imagine yourself on that lantern walk. Feel how safe each step is, how soft the night becomes when you let it hold you. Every thought is a lantern, glowing softly, lighting only what you need to see right now. Your body sinks deeper into comfort. Your mind drifts further from worries. You are on the path, guided by soft light, endlessly safe. Imagine a library so large it feels endless. The shelves rise beyond sight, filled with books whose covers are soft with age. A deep thinker's mind feels like this library, quiet, alive with questions, patient enough to hold them all. They know not every book must be read tonight. They know not every question needs an answer. Some volumes are simply there to comfort, to remind them that curiosity itself is enough. As they move through the rows, they trail their fingers along the spines. Each one hums softly, as though whispering, "Take your time. I'm not going anywhere." And so they wander, unhurried, breathing in the scent of paper and possibility. As you listen, picture yourself in that library. Feel the coolness of the stone floor beneath your feet. Hear the faint rustle of pages turning somewhere in the distance. Let each breath you take be a step deeper into peace. Your jaw loosens. Your shoulders soften. The shelves stretch on forever, holding every thought gently. Now, imagine a shore at sunrise. The sky is painted with pale gold and lavender. The water is calm, barely moving. Time itself feels slower here, as if the world is giving you a gift, a few moments where nothing is urgent, nothing is loud. A deep thinker often feels like this. They can step out of the rush, even if just in their mind, and enter a space where thoughts flow like gentle tides. In this place, they see their life stretched out before them, not as a race, but as a story unfolding one chapter at a time. They think of the choices they've made, not with regret, but with curiosity. What have I learned? What am I still learning? They think of the future, not with fear, but with hope. What lanterns will light the path ahead?